GPS is Gigi's personal services. She's an RV expert with over 3 decades of experience. Visit thervadvisor.com today.
Little birdie told me I'd need RV advice.
Get information straight from the horse's mouth.
Little birdie told me I'd need RV advice.
It's Just Ask Gigi with Gigi Stetler and Tom Alexander. Now here's Gigi and Tom.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Just Ask Gigi. My name is Tom Alexander, and as always, I am joined by the one, the only. There she is. It is Gigi Stetler. Hey, Gigi, how you doing?
I'm hanging with my bad back.
Yeah, we, connected yesterday, and I heard you were struggling with that, and wow, boy, bad back is never fun. It just that is something that'll just knock you out of the ball game. That's for sure.
Yeah,
you can't really do anything.
I don't know what's wrong yet because I can't seem to get an MRI and ended up in the emergency room. But they only X-rayed me, and it was a nightmare. I fell off my horse 2 weeks ago, and I was fine. And I rode again, and I rode 3 more times, and then on Sunday I finished jumping my last jump and something just happened. It was like something snapped. And I had to have help.
You hear a sound or anything? Was it like
it was just like an instant pain, like something just happened and nothing happened. I mean, there was no bad jump, nothing. It was so strange. So either I injured myself 2 weeks ago and just didn't know it, or I was borderline or something, and I don't know. So I can't even put my shoes on. I can't. So I've been wearing sweatpants, which is very unusual for me. That's all I can get on.
Wow. And what, like flip-flops or something, or flats?
No, I have my sneakies on. And
okay.
With these things.
Gotcha.
All sorts of them on my desk. So.
Yeah. Oh, man.
But
we got to get you better, but we can say that there's, as usual, lots of stuff going on at HQ, and I know that there's been a couple of contract developments that have come along.
Yes, I'm actually really excited that people have been listening and calling me prior to signing a contract, because for every 10 emails I get a day about problems, I'm getting a few people that are calling to prevent problems and hire me to review contracts and stuff. And it's funny, so it seems the trend, people are shopping and looking for RVs and searching for used and privately, and I'm not against buying privately, but there are scams, and there's always scams going on at Christmas time especially.
I know.
So there's RVs being advertised on RV Trader, and they're asking for, deposits to hold, and there's no RV.
Yeah.
So that's happening a lot. So people really be careful and don't send deposits over the phone, or, give out your credit card, or they're on eBay and they're, the people are asking for Zelle deposits. If anybody's asking for a deposit without seeing the RV and it's a private seller, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So please don't do that. Somehow we'll figure out how to maybe help you, assist you, escrow the deposit, something like that. But you really got to beware of those scenarios, because that is happening right now. So
yeah. It's really unfortunate that especially this time of the year,
always this time of the year. And also the other thing that's happening is every year thieves break into storage yards during the Christmas holidays. So if your RV's in storage, please make sure that it's a secure storage area, locked. This week alone, thieves broke into a local storage yard from here and stole all the catalytic converters out of all the RVs in the storage yard.
Oh boy.
So we couldn't figure out because one by one people were calling, hey, I need a catalytic converter. Mine was stolen. And then another call and another call and another call. Turned out that they were all in the same storage facility.
Oh boy. Wow.
Yeah. So
well, it's unbelievable. It's the supposed to be the season of giving, not taking,
it's
and
always,
and it always is that way. We had last year at this time a rash of mail thefts because people are looking for, they're looking for gift cards and things, and that kind of stuff, and maybe cash. Although I don't know anybody who sends cash in the mail anymore. I think you're asking for.
Yes, but that's a good point with the gift cards. You could now electronically send gift cards. There is no reason to put gift cards in the mail. Do not do that. Every store has electronic gift card, and I think everybody now has an email address of some sort. So you can.
That's the way to do it. That creates or that I should say, it eliminates for the most part that problem. So you want to be able to watch it. Well, as always, Gigi, we have some questions, and we'll do that when we come back from the break. You're watching Just Ask Gigi. She's Gigi Stetler. I'm Tom Alexander. We'll be back in just a moment.
Hey, RV owners and those thinking about owning. Want to maximize the fun and minimize the hassle of buying an RV? You need GPS. It's Gigi's personal service. Our $350 package gets you me, the expert advice, and a host of outstanding services. Visit thervadvisor.com.
We are back on Just Ask Gigi along with Gigi Stetler. I'm Tom Alexander. And of course, we've gotten to that point on the show where we ask Gigi. We just asked Gigi. And here are some of the questions. Two, actually. One is from Jim. And Jim wants to know about the RVACA. As we all know, it's just recently created. It's rvaca.org. That's the site. And what does it mean going on to RVCA? Let me start that again. What does it mean going on RVACA and getting a membership? What does that mean?
So the RVACA is our nonprofit side of the RV Advisor, and we formulated that company for a number of reasons. And one, you want to register your RV. That's where we're going to be able to get the lobbyist to fight for us and fight for RV consumer rights, because so I'm trying to put that whole group together. So it basically gives us stamina, and that's where when we get our seat in Washington, or we're sitting next to the RVIA and the RVDA, will be the RVACA, and that's the consumer side. So we need members. We need every RV to be registered with the RVACA. And what that does is it goes into our database where we'll be able to pull up VIN numbers. Once we get a little bit bigger, I'll be able to know if that VIN number has been previously registered when you're purchasing as a new one. We're building out a database to be able to find these things if temporary tags were previously issued, things like that. That's what we want to be able to create that kind of database so I could track these RVs to find out if they've been a previous problem. So perhaps, when we build up that database with more members, before you purchase it, we'll be able to put in that VIN number and know the history, kind of like Carfax. So, which of course, we need an army of members to be able to pull off all of that data and information. So that's what we're doing. But we also are about giving back. The community of RVers are always about giving back. So we have many different missions, like the coronavirus. We have, Lemon Law Fund. We want to be able to have enough money in that fund. Can you imagine if every RV was registered that sold in the US, was registered and a member, and all the lemons out there, we would be able to replace those RVs out of our funds, out of our foundation, or fix them or repair them. That's what it's about.
Right. Well, thank you, Jim. There you go. That is
Thank you, Jim. Good question.
Detailed analysis of RVACA. And again, it is rvaca.org. Very simple. Terry, and I believe it's woman, it's spelled with an I, Terri, wants to know about pet-friendly parks. Pet-friendly parks. And just what exactly does that mean? How pet friendly are they? And does it?
Well,
you a long time pet owner, and what it means to find a
well,
spot where they're welcome.
If you're going to bring pets, make sure that it's pet friendly, because you wouldn't be able to bring the pet in at all. Exactly. Especially to be able to walk it. But pet friendly normally means like there's usually a place to walk the dog. They have water bowls out, and some of them have little dog parks and activities.
I should point out
speaking of dog friendly, pet friendly,
I could
our
hear
office is pet friendly. We were going at it
full force there. Yeah.
They have like 4 toys and they're fighting over 1 toy.
Right.
But yes, and most of the campgrounds, when you search, they'll have the little pet friendly sign.
Yeah.
And of course, bring your little bag and pick up after your pet. But it does not mean that your pet can poop somewhere and you don't have to pick it up because they're friendly.
Right. Yeah. It's not that friendly.
But it is very important, if you are going to bring your little furry ones, dogs especially, or any other kind of animal that you're going to walk, around. So, and they normally have like extra special walking pads and a park, and like I said, they have water troughs, things like that for pets. So, and also you want to, some pets are noisy in our RV, so you want to make sure that you're okay with that. If you pull into a neighbor that has 4 barking Jack Russells, like that.
Exactly. Again, on cue.
You want to make sure.
Talk about a show business dog. I'm telling you, that's terrific.
You just can't make this up, right?
No, you can't.
Did he just not bark on cue? That's so funny.
Come on,
Make sure that you want to be next to something that's barking all night. So.
Yeah. Amazing. Well, thank you, Terry. Good question. And Jim, good question as well. And if you want to ask Gigi a question on Just Ask Gigi, very simple. It's info@thervadvisor.com. Info@thervadvisor.com. And just in the subject line, just put JAG or Just Ask Gigi. And we'll, get the question answered as best we can. I don't think we've had a stumper yet. I think we've always been able to, get a question answered.
Get something out of me, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's you're tough to stump. But we do have a little more coming up. We do want to tell you about a couple other things, and that'll be on the other side of this break. You're watching Just Ask Gigi. We'll be back in just a moment. The RVACA is a charitable organization protecting the rights of RV owners. With your help, we'll work with dealers and manufacturers to ensure quality controls in place prior to delivery of an RV. Additionally, the RVACA provides assistance to disaster relief victims. Visit rvaca.org. Wrapping things up now on Just Ask Gigi, along with Gigi Stetler. I'm Tom Alexander, and we've also got our mascots. We got Keo and Chewy there running around.
Yes.
The company
dogs.
The
crazy dogs, yeah.
I'm telling you. And and right on cue, they chime in, which is great.
that was great.
Yeah, we've got some news as well. We've got some interesting stuff going on the social media side and beyond, right?
Yeah, we talked about the social media side last week. We're getting closer and closer. But we also should be ready with our professional page. So we have our 3 member tiers, which is the basic membership. Then we have a 3-year and a 5-year. So we're adding a professional page, professional member. So what that gives you is, if you're a small business owner, and you want to do business with other members, and members want to do business with members, buy the professional page. I think it's $129 a year as a member, and you basically get your business profile there. So people will be able to search your business and yeah, you can advertise your services, your products, whatever. You'll get a link. So it'll be, you'll set up a whole profile as a professional page. So
Yeah.
I'm excited about that because we've been, I always thought that members, will want to do business with other members, and we'll be able to monitor them if we start to see some bad reviews and things like that. We don't want our members being taken advantage of course. So we will make sure that, all products are good and people are actually delivering what they're promising. That's very important to us. So, but I'm excited about just, the whole engagement of everyone being able to engage with each other and do business, because right now we have to more than ever support small businesses. It's really important.
No question. No question.
So
It's a real interactive platform, obviously.
yes.
That's terrific. Of course, we also, as we do at the end of almost every show now, we certainly let folks remind folks that the rvaca.org is there if you want to help contribute, help fight the COVID battle. Those wonderful first responders and medical personnel out there taking it on, and they're out there and they need the help. They need the isolation units. So if you have an RV that you can temporarily lend, boy, that would be just awesome. If you don't fret, because you can make a monetary contribution of any size. Anything helps. Every little bit helps. We talk about that all the time. So it's rvaca.org. Yeah, Gigi, you were going to say.
Yeah. Yes. Before I lose my thought, because
Yeah.
I'm a little thoughtless today.
A bad back will remind you of like your yeah. Go ahead.
On Monday, I was in the Cleveland Clinic there most of the day waiting for my x-rays and stuff. And I was terrified. I did not want to go into any emergency room because of COVID. And so I went, and the emergency room was packed. I did manage to get right in, but I had a nice conversation with one of the ER staff that got me in and got me a room. And, it was just basically wanting to get firsthand knowledge on, coronavirus and stuff. And you hear the nurses going back and forth, talking to the people that, there were, positive people around. And so anyway, this particular person that helped me goes home every day after work and takes off their PPE, all their clothes and stuff in the garage, jumps in the shower. And, but that's kind of a way of life. So did every single precaution possible and managed to bring it home. Infected his wife and one of their children. And so he had been out for a few months, and he just now recently returned back to work. So it's so scary. So if he had an RV in the driveway, perhaps that's what he should have done, because it's impossible to, as careful as you are, he did every precaution possible. He changed, left his clothes in the garage. He did his own laundry, and still, and walked around the hospital with masks and gloves and this and that, and still infected the wife. So so that's why it's so important. It took him a while. He's young, and it took him a while to recover, but, and the wife and the other child didn't get it, which is so strange. So anyway, so it is, it's a solid plan for our coronavirus assistance fund, to help out these healthcare workers, to isolate them from their family members so that we can kind of help, stop the spread until this vaccine comes out and whatever. So
No.
Anyway, that's a real-time story, because that was a real-time story for me.
It is, absolutely, a very real-time story, and so it illustrates perfectly how important it is to help out, and how these isolation units just are critical. And of course, again, if you don't have one to lend, any contribution helps. Monetary contribution helps. It would be wonderful. Again, it's rvaca.org. That's rvaca.org. Perfect. Another show behind us in the rear view, and we move onward and upward to next Thursday.
Yep.
Gigi, always fun talking to you. I certainly hope you recover in full. I know you will. And
Yes.
you take care of that back.
I will. And next week, I hope I'm doing backflips. So
Yeah, well, we'll lead the show with that. We'll start
Yeah.
off. If you're doing backflips, we got to see that.
All right.
For Gigi Stetler, I'm Tom Alexander. This is Just Ask Gigi. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.